Stop being stuck. In this video today, I'll talk about why I quit eating sugar, how I managed to stay with that decision for so long and so consistently, and what my experiences are from living sugar-free for over 10 years. First of all, let's talk about my motives. I decided to let go of sugar more than 10 years ago. This was a gradual decision and not just a light switch-like change. At first, I didn't actually plan on this. I just got into a business and I wanted to be successful. In that business, I was representing health products. So I wanted to be healthier and started to be more conscious of my diet. So the first level of motivation came from my brain thinking, well, the healthier I am, the more successful I would be in that business. At that stage, I started to move away from junk food, frozen pizzas, and overly processed foods, for example. I also, along the way, learned a lot about nutrition. A few months later, the personal motivation started to roll in, which ultimately gave me the push to quit sugar completely. Someone from my family was in the hospital, and my understanding was that this could have been avoided by a proper diet. I decided I'll do my best to improve my health from a dietary perspective in honor of that lost family member. At that stage, it wasn't that big of an extra push. They already identified as someone who was healthy, who was mindful of what they're eating, and this made the transition all the easier. This is what helped me stay consistent with this for so long. I identify as someone who is not eating sugar. Sugar is just not something I consume. It's not that I cannot eat it. It's not that I have a restriction. It's not that I'm currently on paleo, keto, or whatever weight loss program. It's just simply something that I do not do, period. This is where I see the most people struggle. They have a decision to make. Should I eat it or should I not eat it? It's a very open question and it's up for debate. But once it becomes an option, the brain sees that there's a chance for consumption. And that thought alone, that possibility, brings literal hormonal changes to your body. And once the salivation reaches a crucial point, it's really hard to say no. The ones having no issues with sticking to something don't have to make a decision. That decision has already been made and it's not up for debate. It's not a decision in the first place. So what is it like to live sugar-free then? The biggest thing I can attribute to not eating refined sugars is how my tastes have changed overall. The truth is, I would probably dislike the majority of cakes now. I perceive mostly all foods sweeter than I used to. The second thing is my energy level. The correlation is less obvious, but I think that this sugar-free life decision I've made has contributed to better energy levels. I don't have any energy crashes, and on a normal day, I feel a great level of energy throughout the entire day up until bedtime. Obviously, other factors and lifestyle decisions have contributed to this as well, so we're getting a bit more biased here. But I have seen other people report similar findings as soon as 14 or 30 days after quitting sugar. A third thing worth mentioning is the simplicity of not eating sugars. There's no need to think about it, no internal battle, there are no cravings. I see the dilemma in others about shall I eat or shall I not eat it. For me, it's very simple. If there's sugar in it, I'm gonna pass. And lastly, the benefit on a lot of people's minds, I have the ability to easily stay lean year-round as a benefit of not consuming sugar. When you only consume foods that actually help with your nutritional needs, it becomes much more difficult to actually overeat. There are no empty calories such as soft drinks, energy drinks, candies, and etc., taking up hundreds of calories with basically zero useful nutrients to offer. Obviously, I could go on and bring up other things where there's a correlation based on studies, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. But I wanted to point out a few more things that are tangible for me versus things like I'm less likely to get diabetes when I'm 60 as comparison. So there you have it. We covered my main reasons for quitting sugar, how I managed to stay so consistent with that decision, and what has changed so far in my life from that decision. Did you also quit or have you also tried quitting sugar at some point? What was your experience? Talk about it in the comments below. Now, this video was about sugar, but it's very similar to other areas of your life as well. First, you would need to have the motivation to change in the first place. Then the external factors will test your motivation. The bigger the motivation, or the more you identify with that desired behavior, the less challenge you'll have to change yourself. Unfortunately, this is where most people end up falling flat. They don't have a big enough reason why, and obstacles coming their way are just far too big for their fragile wannabe identities. If you'd like to change but can't change on your own, consider watching this video we have created about change. It will explain the underlying mechanisms. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to fast track your way to success and change now, fill out the application form below to work with us. We're on a mission to help people get unstuck and change for the better. If you'd like to support that mission, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and drop a comment down below. This helps us grow and reach more people and ultimately make the world a better place. Thank you for watching.